Okay, this is it. I'm finally done. I'm glad I'm finally done. This is the last one until the Monsters comes out. But this is it, right? This is it. Three from Hell, the highly anticipated follow-up to The Devil's Rejects, brings back the characters of Otis B. Driftwood, Baby Firefly, and Captain Spaulding in a thrilling adventure that sees, and I'm not kidding, a road trip movie with a birthday clown, Spanish-speaking little person, Dia de los Muertos, and big master luchador uh, mobsters. It gets. This is weird. This feels like Rob Zombie just threw a bunch of shit at this. Like this movie was how long? Let's see. 115 minutes, and it felt like it could have been shorter with all the stuff that they put in here. Like, I don't know. Or they could have took some other things out and put other things in that would have made sense. Like that. Well, it seems to take longer, and it also feels like some parts of it just go quicker. I don't know. But the story here is 10 years after the events of the last film, the three were not killed. Miraculously, they survived. And now Otis and Baby are sprung from prison by Otis's half-brother, Midnight Wolfman. Winslow, the Midnight Wolfman, Foxy, Foxworth, whatever. And now it's another road trip movie, basically. They're gonna go to Mexico to escape from the law. So they end up finding something else in Mexico. It's not so good for them. But yeah, so before I get into this, I need to talk about something. When they were making this movie, Sid Haig was not in very good health. So he has one scene in this movie. It's at the beginning. He delivers a little monologue to this person interviewing him in a jail cell, and then his character gets euthanized by lethal injection, and that's it. We don't see it. It just cuts to he's gone, and I almost feel like it would have been better just to cut him out of the movie entirely. Say that only 2 out of the 3 survived the gunshots. That would have made more sense than just to throw him in here for a cameo that just doesn't mean anything, you know? And Sid Haig would actually die 5 days after this movie was released, so that's sad. Rest in peace, Sid Haig. But yeah, his cameo feels kind of pointless in hindsight. Like, I understand maybe he wanted to put his friend in there one last time, give him one last role, but he doesn't do anything to further the plot. They don't go after, the law for killing him, nothing. As it was shown in the lives of the other two, Otis is also on death row, but he is going to break rocks where he is broken down by his half-brother, Midnight Wolfman, Winslow, Foxy, Foxworth, whatever. I'm gonna call him the Wolfman. Go, and he breaks him out. But also the thing is, also on this rock breaking thing is Rondo. I forgot to mention the 2 contract killers that were after them in the previous film, played by Danny Trejo and Diamond Dallas Page. Yeah, them. Rondo, I thought he died, but I guess Rondo was on the rock breaking thing with Otis, and Otis kills him. Because Otis remembers him, but he doesn't remember Otis, so there's that. Yeah. And then they escape. So then we go to Baby, and she's up for parole because it's been 10 years. Fuck me, that was fast. Anyway, match is over on the video game. But yeah. And she is still clearly out of her mind, so they won't do it. She breaks the nose of one of the guards, female guards, played by Dee Wallace, who's another Rob Zombie recurring actor. The warden of this jail is played by Jeff Daniel Phillips, who's the third film in a row I've seen him in one of the movies, and he's going to be playing Herman Munster. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, yeah. So she doesn't get parole, and she breaks the woman's nose, and then look. I said that Sheri Moon Zombie's acting had gotten a little better within the last two films, but now she's got to play baby again, and she's back to being terrible. So maybe it's just when she plays this character that it comes. I don't. There's a couple of parts in this where she's okay, but nah. Richard Brake, by the way, is the replacement for Sid Haig. He plays Wolfman, Midnight Wolfman. So, Richard Brake and what's his name? Bill Moseley are the two best things in this. Now that Sid Haig is gone, they're the two best things. They're really good. So, Otis and Wolfman, they come up with a plan, right? They go to the warden's house to kidnap the warden's wife, and I was confused until I watched the Decker Shadows review of this. I thought that it was a black couple, and then the warden and his wife were the white couple, but it's switched around. The warden has an African-American wife, and the African-American dude has a white wife, so it's really, I don't know, it's very interesting. But they break in and they say, hey, you're going to go in there, and you're gonna get baby out of there. You're gonna dress her up as a guard, and you're gonna get her out of there. They do, but baby kills the guard that she broke the nose to. So I don't know how she got up crystal clean, but gets her out of there, takes her to his house, and they respond by killing everyone. And Rob Zombie has caused me to roll my eyes now every time I see a nude person in a movie, because he just uses nudity so much. And it's not just like topless women and dancing. It's full frontal naked women standing mid-center, dead center of the thing. It's just like, okay, I love myself a naked woman, but this is almost overkill. And he has the black guy's wife, who's the white woman, like I said. She's standing there full frontal, like she's on the couch with Otis. Otis is sitting there watching TV or something. She's sitting there next to Otis. I'm like, oh, she's just naked. Okay. It's kind of weird being Rob Zombie that he didn't put in a rape scene there, but maybe he was forced to cut it. Who knows? But it's kind of weird there wasn't one. It just cuts excuse me. It just cuts them, and she's naked, and then we get a couple shots later. She's standing there, full frontal, and baby kills her outside, and she's naked the entire time, running away. And yeah, I don't know. It's a little gratuitous for me. And they see this old guy's out there, and he sees it, but they don't do anything about him. They just take off. They don't kill him. I don't know. They just take off. So they break in, they kill him, everybody, they leave, and they go to a hotel. Oh, I forgot to mention something. The first weird thing that happens. That night before they get baby, Clint Howard shows up as a clown, a birthday clown. And I'm not entirely sure why he's there. He's like, it's our birthday party? Did they hire him? Is he at the wrong house? If he's at the wrong house, it's the wrongest house he's ever been to, because he gets killed. Not like right away, like with Brian Posehn in the last one in Devil's Rejects, but like they take him in and said, okay, if you can make me laugh, I'll let you go. And he can't do it. He's terrible. When you are pressured, you cannot perform right. And so he's like, okay, that's enough. And he goes to shoot him, and he pisses himself. He's like, you know what? You made me laugh. Because what? That means I can go. That means I can go. Yep, all the way to clown heaven. Shoots him. So yeah, I don't know. But they go to the hotel, and baby's like, I'm gonna go get something to drink, And she meets Frogurt, from Lost. Sean Whalen. He's in like People Under the Stairs. He's the guy, the original Got Milk commercial. He was in that. But yeah, and he's dressed as like a mariachi with the hat, the sombrero, mustache. What do you call that? The sarape, whatever you call that. Yeah, and so she kills him off screen. Weird enough, and again, Rob Zombie has an off-screen kill. But she shows up and she's like, let's go to Mexico. And they're like, well, it's like, is that blood? Yeah, I had a little trouble on the way to the pop machine. It's like, so they go. And they just, this is where I say they cut corners here. Because, like, some things were cut. Like, I'm not saying they should have put it in, but like, Rob Zombie, there would have been a rape scene there. Killing the guy in the Halloween costume, killing the Frogurt guy, that's gone. And now they just cut there in Mexico. No border problems, no shooting their way across, nothing. They're just in Mexico. They just got there. We don't know why, they just do. So they meet this guy, one of the funniest guys in the movie, I don't remember him. He's got this little guy named Sebastian, who is played by the same little guy from 31, who's going around. And he kind of takes a liking to Baby. But yeah, and it's Dia de los Muertos. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. But, so they're going to celebrate and stuff. This guy, sets him up. But this guy calls Aquarius, who happens to be Rondo's son. It says, I got these guys responsible for your daddy's death, basically. And so they party all night with this weird. It's really weird because this takes place 10 years after the last one, which was in the 70s. Now it's the 80s. But all the music, the aesthetic, the grainy stuff still implies 70s for some reason. Even the music, hey now! And I play I Heart Butterfly later, but it's just like, I don't know. And this weird psychedelic filter thing that kind of makes me go, dancing and stuff. Which call back to them getting fucked up in the other one. Again, this is kind of like repeating the last one because they're partying and stuff and they show up. But Baby and Sebastian are getting closer. She says she reminds him of Tiny, or he reminds her of Tiny, which, okay, he's tiny, but Tiny was huge, okay? But yeah, and he's quiet, so I don't know. But yeah, but then the Black Satans, as they're called, which he likes using the name Satan in this movie, don't you? You think they have in this continuity there's someone called Dr. Satan. You never call it something else, but the Black Satans show up, Aquarius' gang, and they're like, shit. So he, Sebastian goes to warn Otis, but it's a little too late. They show up. They kill the two naked women that are in there. Again, full frontal stuff, but, And Otis, Wolfman and Uncle Winslow and Baby get captured and are held by Aquarius. So Otis has to talk his way, to get them free, but Otis kills the guy that sold them out, like right point blank range, and then Sebastian frees while Aquarius and his men are distracted. One of Aquarius's men is having a fight with Otis, a knife fight, and while they're distracted, Sebastian comes in and frees them. Aquarius knows this distracts the henchman guy, and he gets killed. And then they're able to get free, and they subdue Aquarius, kill the rest of the people, and then they set the fucking guy on fire. And then the movie ends. During this, Sebastian does get killed, but they end this like they're setting up, hey, we could do another one if we wanted. I feel like Rob Zombie killed them off in the last one because I think, okay, we're done, but then people wanted another one, so they gave us another one. And they're like, okay, we gotta leave this open-ended just in case they want another one. I can do one down the line do it that way. This was fine. It's another middle of the road. Only two of these have been pretty dang good, and they're both in this franchise. But this was okay. I'm not expecting anything spectacular from Rob Zombie anymore, but this was an okay watch. I like going back to these characters. Like I said, Richard Brake and Bill Moseley were the best in this. Second only to them is Jeff Daniel Phillips, who is not in this movie long enough. I thought he was gonna be the guy chasing them throughout the movie, like the guys from the first two. But no, he's killed off maybe halfway through, and then it's Aquarius that comes after them. So I don't know. Would I like to see another one? Sure, I'd like to see another one. See how it goes, but yeah. So it's the middle of the road. So, what are your thoughts on 3 from Hell? Leave them in the comments below. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'm done. I've done it. I just got Monsters left to do when it comes out, and then I can do a ranking. I will be doing a Jurassic Park ranking. I got them right here. Look at that. They're in actually the exact order. But they're right there. I'm going to do a Jurassic Park ranking. And I'm going to finish up the Pick 10 2000s because it's long overdue. I'm already planning on working on Pick 10 80s 2, Pick 10 90s 2. But that might be a while, but I am getting movies for that. Pick 10 Horror 4 is the next one that I'm doing. So I'm just going to getting things for it, But yeah, so thanks for watching. I'm Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.